School can be insanely boring and definitely feels like a total waste of time. That's why we can't help but fall in love with a fun and awesome magic school where students learn to master and perfect all sorts of crazy powers. With a strange and mysterious transfer student that shows his true power and absolutely obliterates his rivals. Welcome back to Animeology, as we take a very close look at some of our absolute favorite magic school anime, with the arrival of a transfer student that demolishes his rivals. We've got some brilliant anime on here that you do not want to miss out on. Number 10. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. A brilliant school setting with a fantastic fantasy-based comedy in the highly engaging slice-of-life format. Demon School is a light-hearted and enjoyable episode anime series that had us chewing through episodes with ease. Following the classic Iruma Suzuki, your average 14-year-old human, until he is sold to a demon by his parents. The demon takes our hero to the demon world and officially adopts him and enrolls him in the school where the demon sits as headmaster. Iruma soon makes a number of friends, namely 2 beautiful demon girls. But he can't reveal to any of the demons that he's actually a human because they will immediately eat him. Demon School is an absolutely hilarious anime, and we follow Iruma from episode to episode as he tries his best to blend in and keep the fact that he's a human a secret from everybody. Number 9. Aesthetica of a Rogue Hero. An awesome action fantasy series with a strong core relationship at its heart makes this a brilliant anime series. Way too short though, fans around the world are begging for a new season. In a world filled with young men and women that are magically teleported and gifted with powerful magical abilities. A training organization exists where the elected few are trained and learn to use their newfound powers. We follow Akatsuki as he returns to this world with a beautiful girl by the name of Miu, the daughter of the last Dark Lord, whom Akatsuki actually managed to defeat in battle. A brilliant action series with some awesome scenes and fantastic development of characters through a reasonably well thought out initial story arc. Fans of the manga will tell you that there's a lot of great stuff to check out once you're done with this well-made anime series. Number 8. Kenja no Mago. Wise Man's Grandchild is one of the best fantasy isekai series to come out in a long while. A classic tale of a young worker that dies in a horrible accident and is magically reborn into a fantasy isekai world that is filled with magic, adventure, and all sorts of dangers. Reborn as a baby, our hero uses this second chance to live his life to the fullest. Raised as the grandson of the world-famous magician, Merlin, our hero learns some insane magical powers, but has completely forgotten to learn any kind of common sense. At the age of 15, we follow our hero as he is transferring into an elite magic school, meeting up and adding a number of interesting characters to his friendship circle, whilst improving and honing his magical abilities, and getting involved with some fun and interesting story arcs in this well-made and engaging anime series. A well-rounded and brilliant watch. It's clear to see why Wise Man's Grandchild is a universally loved anime series, and one that you should definitely consider checking out. Number 7. The Misfit of Demon King Academy. Starting off as a long-running novel and then light novel series that has since extended into manga and anime form, there is definitely a lot for any Demon King Academy fan to really get into. With its awesome blend of fantasy and romance, there really is a little something in this for everybody. Set in a world that has been ripped apart by 2,000 years of constant battle and war, the Demon King makes an agreement with the human hero in order to sacrifice his life in order to guarantee peace. 2,000 years later, we learn that the demons have created this messed up system in which royal demons rule over the lower class and humans and spirits. Magic as a whole has started to die out, and we follow the reincarnation of the Demon King, Anos Voldigode, as he looks to reclaim his title as Demon King. But first things first, Anos needs to go back to school and graduate from the Demon King Academy. He may have ruled the world a long time ago, but now he is little more than a misfit loser at school. Number 6. Arifureta. From commonplace to world's strongest. Another brilliant fantasy anime isekai series, Arifureta shows the journey from normal to ultimate overpowered powerhouse, quite unlike any other, following Hajime Nagumo as he is transported from our world to a magical fantasy realm, but with some interesting twists that really sets this anime apart from the rest. Hajime didn't exactly love his normal life on Earth, constantly bullied and mocked by his classmates, while still having a great relationship with the most powerful girl in the class. When they get transported into an isekai realm, everybody gets these crazy powers, but Hajime gets some pretty basic alchemy magic that is mainly used by craftsmen. During a dungeon raid, one of his classmates betrays Hajime, and he falls to the bottom of the dungeon. With no choice, he does whatever it takes to survive and creates basic weapons and attempts to escape the dungeon. Through his journey, our hero becomes stronger and stronger and meets up with a number of interesting and engaging characters. From dragons to vampires, Arifureta has us constantly guessing where it will go next. Number 5. The Irregular at Magic High School. Easily one of the most famous and well-known anime on this list. You can't talk about Magic School without bringing up this one, a modern classic that will definitely go down in history. It's hard to come across another effortlessly awesome action fantasy series with some interesting applications of science fiction, following one of the coolest main characters you're ever gonna find, Tatsuya Shiba, who's a second-class student that is nowhere near as skilled as his sister. We soon learn that Tatsuya's technical understanding, combat abilities, and unique magic techniques make him very irregular when looking at how exactly the school ranks students. Tatsuya is seriously overpowered, and he definitely needs to be in the brilliant alternative version of the world in which magic exists and has been improved with modern technology. With some light political influence and some fantastic world building. The perfect setting for some brilliant storytelling. This is an anime series that you definitely need to watch. Number 4. Asterisk War. A brilliant action series that started off as a long-running light novel series with a great deal of success as both a manga and anime series. The Asterisk War has since been turned into a series of well-made video games with rumors of a film on the horizon. We learn of a world on the brink of economic collapse as these huge mega corporations that rose to power after this crazy event led to the destruction of most of the world, and also resulted in a number of humans gaining these insane superpowers. The series itself is set across the city of Rikia, also known as Asterisk, where 6 academies exist and hold an epic battle performance type tournament. We follow the 5th ranked academy that is constantly slipping in quality, and the student council president that is determined to find a solution and improve the school's overall ranking. We meet a number of interesting and engaging characters as they try to improve the school's overall chance of performing better in this Asterisk War tournament, whilst also running an interesting and engaging side story about a missing sister and mysterious other students. Number 3. Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle. We can't help but fall in love with a quality mecha anime series, and there exists few mecha fantasy anime quite like the Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle. We learn of an epic war around 5 years ago with an insane revolution that completely destabilized the nation of Arcadia and left a new royalty in power. The story kicks off with the former prince, Lux Arcadia, as he accidentally walks in on the female-only bathrooms and sees the new kingdom's princess completely naked while bathing. He sees a hidden tattoo on her that indicates that her father and family had a lot more to do with the revolution than people once thought. A fight for her honor leaves Lux forced to be her slave, and attends the female-only academy where the students are trained to pilot and fight using these powerful mech-type weapons known as Drag Knights. We also realize that our hero, Lux Arcadia, is more than just a pampered prince, and is a lot more skilled with these Drag Knights than you might think. Number 2. Trinity Seven. A fantastic urban fantasy series with some interesting notes of romance and comedy make this a fantasy watch with some absolutely brilliant core characters and some engaging backstories, following Arata Kasuga and his relatively normal life until the day of the Black Sun. The Black Sun is this incredible worldwide supernatural phenomenon, and it destroyed the entire town and ripped families and communities apart. As Arata's close childhood friend begins to disappear, she hangs a powerful magical artifact around his neck. Arata begs and prays for the world to return to normal and to bring his friend back, but things just aren't quite the same. Lilith arrives, a powerful mage that is looking to investigate what exactly went on here. Arata realizes that he needs to team up with her in order to find his childhood friend, and joins her by transferring to her elite magical school and aims to improve his magical abilities in the hopes of rescuing those that he cares about. Number 1. World Trigger. A brilliant adventure and science fiction anime series that has a little something for everybody. On the edge of our seats from the very first episode, trust us when we tell you that this is easily one of the greatest anime series we've ever come across in a very long time. Set in Mikado City, when a mysterious gate appears that opens up the world to another world. These monsters start entering through and attacking the humans as our weapons are so weak against them. However, this mysterious organization shows up and starts fighting the monsters off. These weapons are called triggers, and they allow the users to channel their inner energy to fight these beasts. But the core story kicks off 4 years later, with humans getting used to occasionally fighting off these monsters, and they've returned to a relatively normal life. Until this mysterious white-haired student transfers into the local school, turns out that he is actually a monster in disguise. With a lot of mystery and a core storyline that is perfectly unraveled. You won't get any spoilers here, but we definitely recommend that you check out World Trigger.